latency. God knows how'd that go over. Okay, where the fuck were we? Oh, is it for skills? No, I need I need a header. That's what I need. We here. That should be good. Then go pretty far down. Give myself enough room for a header. Here. Oh, changed it. Oh, why is it 48? Default is 32. For this, we do 4. Skills and rotations. 100%. Looks alright. Okay. Oh, and maybe. It's fine where it is, I think. Okay, that's a whole slide by itself. You have the main rotation. Oh, can't do that. Close the others. We need all the skills again. Oh, this is nice. I can just look at it from here. Need your skills. Class Elementor. Hello. Maybe you know something I don't. Maybe you can help. I guess the gap, the real problem is we don't know what people don't know. You know all you know. You can know all you want about a class, but you can never know what the new players don't know. Wait, fuck. Really? Fine. Elementor. Skill. I have it here, so it's. Theoretic. Theoretical. Here. Use the inside grids. Like so. Patient. Shock. Electric shock, blizzard, poison cloud. Wind. And storm. Holy shit. Why is this theoretical? Who's doing all this? Worm, earth. Electric shock refresh. That's crazy. Shock refresh. That's kind of based on your cast speed, but whatever. And you fill with any of the three. Shock. There it is. Oh. I wonder how I should represent looping earthquakes. I don't think one icon covers it quite the right way. Like that's going to cause confusion. I feel like maybe like this. Then I could give myself 3 more earthquakes. Not sure how much space I would actually need here, but oh no. Yeah, like that. Top corner, bottom corner. Like that. It's not perfect. Doesn't really need to be. I think that looks best. Need to go back and edit the other slide then. Maybe like this. No, it covers too much. Oh, it doesn't start from the same spot. Okay. Can't use the grid itself as a reference though. Like this. This. Okay. This covers too much. They're different skills. If it's the same skill, that's one thing, but if they're different skills, yes, you need a little bit more room. when I type this out, it's probably gonna move this header over here. They're almost exactly as tall, the icons, so Blizzard. Poison Cloud. Why am I doing this one time? No, so. Like, should be more or less where it should be. This is 4x. This just doesn't fit as neatly as the others. Where's the midpoint? Here? Somewhere like here. Yeah, that's good enough. Hello. I should put it over here too. I didn't feel good. More like here is probably the midpoint. Or down. Coin flip on that one, so put it here. I want to put. There's no real here. Guess the side is better then. Be closer to where everything else is. I feel like here. Okay. Here does look a lot better actually. Give it a little more space. Here. That looks fine. Then it should. First, I can go and merge these. Fix it. That's my problem. Hide that for a second. My plan for this. I did this. I accepted that this would happen. Why you can never backtrack too much. least I left plenty of space. Where's that? Showing up somewhere. Just copy a new one. Like this. Copies. Oh, right. Does not play nice. Okay, that's fine. Should be good. Before I merge those, I need to move this text here. Wait, what happened? There you go. And about this much needs. This good spot. Yeah, this is fine. Then I this thing back. I think all of that still. And just merge all those, and it's just still one thing. Okay. Awesome. Then now I can't see that corner. Ooh, here. About right. Zoom in just in case. But copy. Go ahead and delete this stuff over here. Mm, five. Okay. Mm, oh, it's. Hold on. Where's this? There we go. Okay. And just attach it to the bottom. Paste. Go. Merge. this. Oh, issues with theoretical. Oh, there's a few more steps here. Still refresh burning field electric sandstorm and lightning storm as like one place in the game where you would actually need to do that. Sure. Maybe the text. I guess if we're talking about theoretical optimal, yeah. For a given infinitely long AoE. With what happened? I guess this thing is small. Does it? Might be fine as is. Just tall. Yeah, it's fine as is actually. Burning field, electric shock, sandstorm, lightning. Just need 4 different skills. The image. Uh, sandstorm. Storm. And burning. Guess we could put them in priority order. Chow, I would do that actually. Oh, this should be on. Wait, it's probably second. I would honestly rate Burning Field higher than Electric and Thunderstorm actually. If this goes on the bottom, then okay, now I can position everything accordingly. Up one. That looks good. Over by a pixel. Hmm. I can just copy. Oh no. I think I leave out periods here probably. Like so. Okay. Looks alright. Then one more finally. Poison Cloud. It's okay to leave this as one line. Then I'll probably move everything. This definitely fits within one screen, so like that. Where do I want this then? Oh no. Oh, I could have this here. About the same length. Oh, it is. Mm, over here. Okay. Then what I can do is I'll move everything else over. Oh, no. Focus. Oh, it's part of that layer, isn't it? Then where? Let's just feel it out. Here-ish. I'll even turn off the grid. Like here-ish. That should be good. Okay, now the issue with this is that's not really a slide, that's just more of a talking point. And I can just merge all this. Theoretical. Now we pull out the pen. I'm already using red as the base, so what's a good color for slashing things out? A darker, a different kind of red? Maybe? I guess black is fine. Hmm. Good pen size. Go bigger. 15. Yeah, looks good. Leave this out. Blizzard, poison, cloud. Check. What is like not an angle? Angle's probably not good. Straight lines. Chalk, poison, cloud. This looks so like script work. It's definitely a style. Mm, that's going to be a script. Behold, handwriting. Mm, Needed. Writing field. It's alright. I just want to say you're the only content creator I trust for life to keep doing great work. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Well, I'll try to keep up better than I have in the past year. Writing field is good. Probably, you're probably just gonna spam one skill until the AoE's over, let's be real. Most people aren't gonna spam the target skills, they'll just go with electric shock and alright in most cases, as long as it's not an earth mob specifically. Probably not needed. Maybe. I don't think a lot of it's going to be easily visible. Absolutely no one's doing this. Okay. Now what we do is make a copy that's basically the same thing, but with all the corrections made. Copy that again. Practical. You'd actually use. Given the rather casual nature of the corrections, you like this fits better? That way, take out the header. Got the electric shock. You're probably not using poison cloud. Waste of a button. Move sandstorm up. Oh, I'd overlap this actually. this. Then erase the Winfield text. Oh wait. Erase the Winfield text first. And then move this thing. Further up actually. Oh, whoop, whoop. Okay. The identifying parts of Winfield are hidden, so easily hidden. This is annoying. Like as many as you want, really. Wait, hold on. Before that, get this out of the way. Probably just redo the text entirely, maybe. They don't all need changes. Oh. Burning field goes higher up. And even this one's still really still a maybe. Earthquake. And keep it as is. They changed a little bit of the text there. No one's doing this. Oh wait, okay. Exclude bottom part of this P. Then delete. No electric shock reef. Just spam that shit. Oh wait. What the fuck? Here? Yeah, that's right. Do I change? Okay, change. Those two can stay. Probably stays. Hmm. I guess we'll put an optional on that. Text. Ah, yeah. Based on elements. Oh no. Hmm. Oh, okay. B and D should be the same letter here. Okay. That looks alright. Yeah, that's good. Probably move back a little bit. That can be merged in. And we need to move this over slightly. Oh no. Here-ish. And share these things like they already? Huh, they do. Okay. Works for me. Yield or like burning field option. It's just the best damage option. Er, finish. Consider you have they I guess I could show my keybind screenshot of that. Have I logged? So maybe your keybind. Not how much show here. The bars look just right. I think I got it here. Okay, that's good. Oh, this thing. I'm really careful with it. Grid. Yeah, looks alright. Oh, the 1v1 rotation. Because I can't really leave it out. AoE rotation folder. Move everything in. And just hope I don't have to change anything. Yeah. Okay. Actually in the folder. Okay. I'm gonna read bottom to top. Oh. Like that. I'll just hide it like that for now. Set the default up to 32 fonts. Go back up to 48 for this specific thing. 1v1 skill priority, auto rotation. In case people do Crouton on Rhyton on Elementor. I guess it's not that difficult. I guess I want it more centered. Wind cutter or what do you use our card? Water well. Where'd I put these? Oh, that's annoying. In that case, move this up. Earlier, never change next time. Go back to 2, I guess. Move you over here. Then it's element shred, electric shock again. B. Shock and Firebird or electric skill. Put this here or here? Maybe even the middle's an option. Oh, that's upside. Sure they're properly positioned. Also keep it on the left after all. There's a practical version of this. I just want to talk about it, or do I want to actually post this part though? The weird one. Hmm. Last 5 seconds. 10 seconds. Typically not. Oh my god, I can't type. I'm not dyslexic. Oh. Hmm. This is. I don't think this needs a. I think this could just be part of the practical one before it. No? Yeah, that's probably better. A bit. Make the spacing a bit better. Yeah. Hmm. Down. Looks alright. Uh, build the stats page first. Eight. That's such a small header. I don't know if I like it. Yeah. Hi, your experiment with RM first or level theater helped me finish my 15 to 60 for my Moonbeam assist. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Yeah, no problem. I'm still not quite done with that yet, but yeah, I don't think you can really go wrong with leveling both characters at the same time. Like that? Where was I? Very top. I don't have an intro still. I'm just sitting till maintenance is done. Is this for the Elementor you spoke about yesterday? Yeah, this is the Elementor stuff I spoke about. I would have worked on it on my off days, but I just can't get myself to do it, so... We'll see what streaming the creation process will do for me. Been pretty productive so far. Locked in if nothing else, but probably should not rely on streaming to actually get my work done, you know? How do I want to format this? Uh... 65 to 150. 150 to 166. Second level of production. Wilds. That's probably the way to do it. Here. Just trust me. Trust me. Like, or... Video and description? How I put this? Video description. Explains why it works. Just trust me anyway. Just trust me. Is a see it to believe everything at the end of the day? Wilds, Flint, Tinkle Take. Flint. Again. Don't need to take them up. I want to word this. Mostly just doing damage, like there's no point in having tank stats. No need to be taking, in case you need a reminder. Daily 17k. But Is it just fire shadowing? AoEs, but you can just dodge. What is his positioning actually? Makes no sense. No reference point. We'll workshop that one. Extra stuff. How do I want to word this? Island moss. 2 hearts. You do about 30%. You lose 30% damage. But if you don't have punch, but it's worth. Come on, there's sharp. He makes up more. Hmm. It's the spacing even, but it's fine. A little bit up. Like so. That looks alright. Oh, I forgot. Hey. Going. Reset. Change to forecast. Okay. And that can just become one thing. Flag. Really not much to talk about here. Okay. I just, I mean, not everything needs to be on the slides, I guess. Hmm. Okay, stats, skills, rotation, buffs. Oh, two. I know. Why didn't I just search? What am I doing? Okay. What did I say? Buff. Hmm? Interesting. The letters are literally just fatter. The mess. Oh, wait. What is going on here? I'm writing a guide. That's what's going on. The game is in maintenance. Can't play when it's down, you know? Uh, Vital sign. Heat bulb. Somehow all of this maximum like 46. That's crazy. So in reality, you just have both characters be 60 by this point, but always plan for the worst case scenario. Wait, do I want to recreate the assist bar? Or probably, yeah. Oh boy. Mhm. Okay, I need to import all the other icons. Yay. Missions. Red. Healing. Prevention. Oh, it is accurate. All the assist skills in this front page here. That would make things very convenient. Hi, should I keep my ulti bonus casting speed 7 AM 8 in my conch? I would, yeah. Unless you got money like that and want to roll for 8% PvE or lifesteal, I would keep that. Thing people never specify when they ask that kind of question is how rich they are. Like it's like the real first question is how much money do you have left and how much are you willing to spend? Ultimately, I have no investment in what you do with your. And Power Fist on the next page. Oh my god, it's gonna be on the. Piss off. It's the only skill on the next page. Okay. Heal. Now organize them neatly. Oh. Just delete this probably. Easier. I want it. I think I want it like this. Right. Oh. Oh, right. It's more like this. Mm-hmm. Is Conch still used on high levels Franco? There's some debate as to which one's better now. Oh, it's like Conch is better if the AoEs are big enough, but on smaller AoEs, uh, the new staff is comparable. So Conch isn't. It's still technically strictly better, I guess. But but the Roika is much cheaper. So nowadays, I guess there's no real price to. No, Conch is still way more expensive. Looks a little nice. Water Bomb is crazy. Yup, very balanced. Every non-mage is still completely reliant on it, of course. Does this look right? Mm, yeah. And then okay. Does it really matter what you have or don't have if you don't play the game anymore, though? Mm. Bro, even Kappa doesn't play. Kappa hasn't touched life in like forever, dude. If you want to flex on Kappa, you have to go play Throne and Liberty, I think. Good luck catching up to anyone in that game. Wait, how'd I cut this? It's all the buffs. Copy paste. Ray. Delete. Yes. Okay. Can't flex on someone who doesn't care anymore. Yeah, okay, let's put it in. But this had a specific size. I don't remember from yesterday. Oh well. We work with what we have. A little smaller. Is it 24 actually? Yep, it was 24. Andra has been helping the Slayer channel after I quit the desk. Hopefully people are not spreading this. I don't even know. I don't even check out the channel. I don't check the class channels as often as I should anymore. I don't really care. What happens in there is what happens, I guess. $46. Wait. Ah. Always just make more copies of the gray. For the, okay, I see. Six. Copy paste. Oh, 52 max moonbeam for the job change. Makes sense. Okay. But if I understand this properly, copy, paste. Oh, 54. Is root of attack worth it on magic-based classes like mages and RMs? Yes. Attack and attack, it affects both magic attack and regular attack, so it's always relevant. Whether you're willing to spend that much, well, that's up to you. This is so confusing. The gray layer. Base layer of everything. This the gray layer with everything shown. So I should merge like so. Perfect. Oops. 52 that's not really a buff, but yeah, rune of attack is good for the same reason Geber Tifrith is good on mages. It's just attack. No M attack and attack separation in Flife, so what am I doing? Level 60. 60 requires having RM buffs too. What are we doing today? We're making an elementary guide. Is the damage from Bruno attack the same percent attack as you would on a low upcut? It's the same as low upcut, it's the same as Gamma Tippereth, your lighting 7% cards. That's that kind of stuff. Specifically low upcut, not the regular upcut. Regular upcut is just 20% damage. Roa is still giga expensive. Yup, they never changed that. They have not added they have not added a way to get the other runes still. Still the same 5. Think. Not because you don't have to do anything. I get it. Story. Gebra. That's Barrier of Life. First. Gebra. Garish. Good enough. Maybe I should. This one's RM. Okay. Buffs. They're buffs RM. Buffs assist. Oh. Oh, I know what to do. Copy. She would never just have one of them. And I can just hide assist buffs from here on. Paste gray. Now at 60 you have, in addition to everything else, the wrong thing. Patience, cats, cannon, holy cross, I guess, technically. Guess level 1 resurrection white here. Because why not? Thanks for the explanation. I didn't notice a significant increase in damage for my Merc and Water Bomb. It was like 31,500 to 33,000 and 2,800, 20,800 to 22,000. Yeah, so you already have a certain amount of attack percent to begin with, so it's not going to be a full 10% increase in damage. Usually around 6 to 7% ish makes sense. Yeah, that's about how much you got, so you are right on the mark there. I should just change the text size at this point. Going to be a lot. One max 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 max. Well, it's not. It's not a. I'm not gonna get into technically detail. Never mind. I don't care. Just how math be like. Is it the same for other classes that primarily focus on physical damage because the tooltip goes up by a ton when they use attack? Tooltip no. I mean, it works the same way for every class. The numbers just seem that the numbers just are relatively bigger because they're working with bigger numbers to begin with. If you increased 500,000 by 5%, you're going to get a bigger change than increasing 30k by 5%, you know? But in terms of relative change, it's still they're both still around 5%. Or 6 or 7% or whatever happens to be that number, the exact number. It's not that they're benefiting more, it's that their numbers are bigger to begin with, so the relative change looks bigger, even the hard amount of change looks bigger, even though the relative change is exactly the same, 5-6% ish. Yeah, this is why you have to think in terms of percent rather than the hard numbers. It's typically big. It's typically a bigger change for elementers because elementers actually don't have that much personal attack percent compared to other classes. Every class seems to have more elementers at the lowest because a lot of their would be attack percent is element they get in the form of all elements mastery instead. So move this down. Almost 60 and 65 I get spirit force. Copy paste like that. For 60. Well, so 60. It's technically do more, but paste for 75 you max cap. Okay. Wait. Ah. Oh. Sorry, we get diminishing returns when it comes to attack percent. So if life release more items that increase. So diminishing returns is not the exact word I would use for it. It's relative change. That's the problem. Because like if you go from let's say you get, so Roa gives you 10% attack, right? But if you go from 100% to 110% attack, that's that's 10% more damage. But if you go from 200% to 210% attack, that's 5% more damage. That's what's really going on. It's not that it's becoming worse by, it's not that it's strictly becoming worse. It's not like a Roa is only giving you 5% attack because you have a certain amount. It's relative to the amount of attack you already have, other stats become better because of how multiplication works. Kind of like how you multiply 20 times 20 times 20, you get 8,000. But if you multiply, but those 20s out of 60. But if you do like 58 times 1 times 1, you get 58. Even though the sum of all the numbers in both multiplications add up to 60, because your stats are allocated. The more you have of something, the weaker it becomes relative to other stats like PVE or other stuff. So I explain this like if you have 10 apples and you gain 10 apples, you doubled your apples. And then if you have 20 apples but you get another 10 apples, you have 50% more apples. No? Yeah. So now the more you get, the smaller of a change you'll see because you already have so much more of it to begin with. It's like if you give a billionaire $10, they're not gonna feel it. If you give a homeless guy $10, they're gonna feel. They're gonna really see that $10. Put it to good use, you know. Oh, where was I? 5. That's a sick copy of, okay. And I also need to delete because this 70. Where is the skill page for A level? 75. Copy paste. We also erase. Oh, I guess we can reset then. Nice, that worked. I learned more from this conversation than years I've spent talking to my friends and guildmates. uh, you're welcome, I guess. That's one way to throw shade at your friends. I think people in Five believes the age window way too much rather than looking at the numbers. I mean, Yeah, but also the fact that the H window is wrong is a huge issue on its own. So, like the blame ultimately falls on the developers for not fixing what should be an extremely basic feature for years on end. So, I don't blame the players. It is ultimately the fault of Gala. The fact that it's inaccurate on some things just makes everything a whole lot worse too. So funny thing about that magic attack, it actually does show your magic attack if you equip a wand because it only shows your auto attack stat. But because it doesn't show it for any of your skills, it's just like thanks, I guess. Not very helpful. The fact that you have to do whole ass math on the mob decks and right to know if you have enough parry or block is crazy. Yep. Never mind the percent sign on the parry. Level 78. Not really a buff, but you know. At what level do you as an RM fully get all your buffs and damage skills? Fully get all, like, if you mean like Merc and Stone Hand and all your buffs, it's like somewhere in the hundreds, I think. Get the exact level, let me check. Oh, wait, reset that. Reset. For a Ringmaster to max all of their important skills, including Stone Hand, it's like what's this? You would want to max that. Oh, no, it's before. Oh my god. Okay. It's okay. When does that happen? Good question. Math. Oh. Bruh. 125. 125 to max everything. And that's before Seraph skills kick in, and your heal rate is still level 4. You'll probably want to keep it that way for until later. The level 120. Yeah, level 125 to max everything. Just like, wow, every other class got to get all their skills before 100. Why do we have to wait till 125? It's great. This is the site I use, by the way. I read one of your Reddit comments before. You mentioned how magic attack percent is really rare stat. I noticed a significant increase in my damage when I use Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie has both. Wait, does Kyrie have both? Yeah, Kyrie Ellison has both attack and magical power. And magical power. Well, it has both attack and magical power, and magical power is really only found in the sorcerer elixir and your adept set. There's really no other source of it. So because you have so little of it at all times, you're always gonna see nearly full about your. It's always gonna be like what you see is about how much you're gonna get in terms of an increase. Like I think okay, so with like full add ups that gives you puts you at 15% add magical power, and then the elixir puts you at one, and then the elixir is another 5, and the glasses are another 3. So maximum 128 unless you start whaling it. Then you can see some bigger numbers, but it's still lower than just piercing your suit. So I usually describe them as a linear increase. Yeah, that's one way to put it. It's like there's no easy word you can use for this. You just gotta show the math at some point. Not something that's super easy to like. If you don't understand it right away, you just have to show the whole thing. I think not something you can just grasp abstractly without seeing it first. So I'm too lazy. I want to face things. Swap to Clockworks. What is this question? Is it okay that I use my flurry set to hit 75, or do I need the CW armored head to farm? Uh, so this is where you run into the problem of you can versus you want to. I would not use the flurry set. Like I would switch to the Clockworks armor as quickly as possible because it makes life easier. Like those mobs are going to hit you. There's no real way around it. And flurry just doesn't give you a lot of defense versus Clockwork's armor. Like even just having the hat and suit will make you so much tankier. What was I doing? Yorain? Okay, this finished. Yep. Oh, if you look around a lot more, you can. I found a helmet for like 500k and a suit for 2 mil. I think you can. If you look around a lot more, you could probably find a suit for 1 mil. But yeah, people just kind of price it whatever, and other people will buy it because they're pretty easy to find. Where was I? Eight. Oh yeah, okay, it's nice. 84 max resurrection. Copy paste. Hide that. Delete that. Isn't really a buff either, but nowhere else to go after a certain point. It's 84. This dude was being priced it from what I saw 5 to 10 mil for who knows why. I don't know. I think people's like everyone just prices suits higher, even though the hat and suit drop rate from Clockworks is exactly the same, and it's the gloves and boots that are at the lower drop rate. Just perception issues. It is a really weird design choice that suits have a lower drop rate when you think about it. It makes all those extra pieces worthless. Give me a chart. We don't share accounts on this channel, no sir. What you do with the in the DMs of your friends' discords is your business. Max barrier of life. Copy paste. Oops. I'll farm my face tank items if I have to. I mean, it doesn't really take that long to farm the money you need for a suit anyway, so. The game wasn't a mission to just trade much Pena. I don't know. It's a lot of money to trade over just for a clean Clockwork's armor. Wait, huh? What did? Oh, okay. And Arga, you are just itching to get back onto the game, aren't you? Despite all the things you say. It's okay, I know at least one other person who's like that too. 3. No, is it 3? Ah, it's fine. You probably have enough points by this point anyway. My axes weren't accounting. I would have sold them a long time ago. I'd offer some 3 friends on them. First time I actually played Flife outside of private servers, and it's fun to play it. I mean, FWC is technically a low-rate private server in terms of how it plays out, how it feels to play just with a lot more people. Not that I would know. Certainly, a partnered live streamer would never play a private server. Yeah, we're good here? Okay. Never. Yep. Certainly not. What do I do here? How do I want to do this? 7 tiers above is kind of a bit. Guilty until proven otherwise, right? In the court of public opinion, everyone's guilty. It's a matter of are they guilty now or are they guilty later? Ah. I think the play. Damn, I went through the effort to name them all properly too. B. Paste, 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 paste. I hope I do this right, because oh my god, I'm gonna have to do so much backtracking if I fuck this up. Transfer, 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 transfer. No, don't transfer. Okay. Okay, let's hope that all turned out correct. Oh wait, I'm confusing myself here. Okay, correct. 28. correct? Oh, this is max result. What's going on here? Oh, 46. I don't know why it's way up here, but let's delete that. Okay. Got all the buff pages. Now we need to actually sort them properly. 52, 60, okay. That's all good. And I want this sorted. 52. Oh my god. One at a time then. Anyone know if it's worth to get that 14 mil pickup at the last 30 days? 14.5? I know there's a 14 mil that lasts 15 days, and I always recommend getting that until you can afford the real thing. I don't know about a 30-day version unless they added something new. Yeah, it's 15 days. You're talking about the Gigglebox, right? Yeah, if you can afford one of those, as long as you like, it's not hard to earn 14 mil to make sure you can buy another copy of that each time. So definitely worth it. I'm going to need a big canvas for this one, I think. Wait, how big is the arm? I can work off of that. They pin you when when mains is done. That looks like they're about to ping actually. Oh, looks like main's over. Go have fun. Okay. Oh, that looks funny. I'll fix that. Easy fix. E65. $75. Announcing anything else? Ooh, patch notes. What is in the patch notes? Replaced critical damage bonus on the yo-yo with increased attack. Slightly, quote unquote, increased the XP gain from monsters on Coral Island. This is unlikely to fix the curve, by the way, just based on the wording here. Reduce the attack power on the 170 crab dungeon. Change the guild icons when a guild wins multiple types of guild sieges. Interesting. Increased maximum PvP damage reduction from 30 to 50. I guess, whatever. Feel like that stat is a mistake. That probably should have never gone up after a certain point. Probably should have stayed 15 the whole time. Fixed an issue where elemental resistance of Envy and Mysterious Cat of the Event Dungeon and Mysterious Castle is incorrect. Finally, after 3 patches of the same book, after 3 years of running the same event with the wrong element resistances, they finally changed that. Fixed an issue where Antanas and Escortanas displayed incorrect images, nobody cares. Fixed an issue where selecting a language in the options window would sometimes result in the long language being selected. Polish. Fixed an issue where escort NPCs would not wait 10 seconds before moving. Okay, so no instant suicide on that first dungeon anymore, that's cool. Fixed an issue where the 165 guild seat had an incorrect schedule. Hopefully no more overlaps. Fixed an issue where the Japanese street punk set did not display correctly when equipped with certain suits or shoes. Yeah, they fixed that weird ankle problem. And no changes to P-Pros. You'll suffer. Clearly they just don't see it as a problem, I guess. A YouTube subscriber milestone event. That is certainly one way to buy subscribers. P pros are like S pros, but specifically for the new PvP gear. The issue with P pros right now is that you basically earn 1 per player per week. So it will take over a decade for a player to actually max out their PvP gear, which is absolutely fucked. Narrow XP still should. No, the PvP is kinda because it's pretty much whales only, and it's a one-shot that's a whales only, and it happens like once a week, and of that once a week you play like 10-20 minutes maybe. And yeah, and there's always a giant gear disparity between everyone playing, so I mean it's a whales club where they differentiate the small whales from the big whales. So it's not balanced like, and you play like 15 minutes out of the week, so it's hardly a system when you think it's hardly a system, but some people literally only play this game for that 15 minutes a week, so it's there's a reason why nobody does it. There's a reason there's a very specific group of people who do it, and no one else. 10 years to upgrade just means 10 years no update easy, right? That's how the game finally dies. Subscribe to the official Flag Universe YouTube. You get costume boxes, that of pet, wing, title, and rewards will be distributed at some point in the future. Okay. What does Dex do outside of block and parry for an Elementor? Nothing. That's all it does. Unless you're just auto-attacking like crazy on your Elementor, in which case it does give hit rate and attack speed, technically. But yeah, it is just block and parry for all intents and purposes. The rise of 1v1 auto attack Elementor. Let's go. Hey, that guy dropped an obsidian set, just saying. Maybe the trick is to always have a 1v1 Ellie in your dungeon team. 100% drop rate of obsidian armor sets. Am I gonna need this? Oh my god. Change canvas size. 2016. 3024. I think that ad predates AI. It was before AI became a widespread thing, no? Somebody sat there and made it. Most likely. Think about it. Actually don't. They paid somebody to make that ad. And then apparently no one else was competent enough to check it. And they let it out into the wild. It's a good time to remind ourselves Aishiro is VP of Gallo. Holy, that is tall. Alright, to fix the level 65 buff? 60 buffs. Huh? Oh my god, there is a mistake. Wait, I think I can fix it. Oh, okay, then what's... Okay, wait. Copy. This is correct. That's correct. That's correct. Thinker. Oh, okay. Delete that. Delete that. Paste. Move it down. Transfer. Good as new. Wait, I should have just set up the RM box. What am I doing? I hope no lives on that Discord write spam messages for me about P-Pro changes. Uh, God knows. I know. It's not like there's that many PvPers. The thing about PvP in this game is that a lot of people just like hate PvP and will actively advocate against any changes for it. It's just like, you don't even play. What are you even doing? But no, their hate goes level beyond why their hate goes way beyond their level of investment. Just like, okay, buddy, need to position this properly. That look right. Hide buffs, yeah. Good morning, game's up for mains. I mean, I didn't plan to play today, so I'm not gonna log in. Just gonna do this for 2 more hours. That was the plan for today. Oh god. Wait, okay. This looks correct to me. There is thing again. 46. 52. Can I make this bigger? Probably fine as is. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to move everything. Bring the center to like here. Yeah. Maybe like here. Yeah. Okay, now that looks balanced. And I just add the level text. 46. Oh, this is size 24. 32. 46. A little bit off the heel. Like that's probably the most sensible positioning. Well, then it should be 34. 34. That's crazy. Okay. We just line it up with the heels each time. Do I want to line it up with the heel or the moonbeam? Just lining up with the moonbeam makes more sense. Top, yeah. There. Okay. 2. 60. Typically, oh, wait, I'm just off here. Typically, yep. Oh, this kind of cuts into. Then I need to like make it like here-ish. Smaller font space. Ah, that works. Okay, 65. 75 here. Level 70 with level 1 heal rain. '84. Feel like it's so hard to see the changes like this actually. I need to highlight what changed at each step. Oh, that's why you. I don't know, right align or left align? I think it's still left align, no? Okay. Then fix this. We make it right align. It's not gonna change anything. What if we make both of them right? Aha! That changes things in a good way. Okay, that looks good. I need markers highlighting all the changes. And make sure these texts are merged with the right layers. Five, 75, 78, 84, and 100. I'm redoing 60. If I'm gonna write a line, I may as well just make it look normal. Rescaled. Right align that shit. There we go. Okay. Buff's done. I merged this into the correct layer. Yep. Do I show all at once? It's just one big thing. Probably is just one big thing, actually. Then we need highlights on what changed. Green would actually be a good fit here. This? No. Behind it. How did I make a futzy edge? That looks alright. About 2 out on each side. I don't know if I'm getting this exact, but that's the way to do it. Yeah, these are not exactly the same then. That's fine. Even this out. Yep. Hmm? Oh, overshot, I think. I don't think I need to highlight every skill that changed, just the important ones. Like no one really cares that a point went into guard, holy guard. Like no one's using that while grinding. So mm, that's a funny one because we're highlighting specifically a level 1 skill. Keeping it level 1 is important though. For max res, even though it doesn't really mean much at this point. Res barrier. Technically helpful. How many people can actually use it? That's a question. Okay. Just merge those two together. Buffs are done. Accessories. Okay. Buffs folder. Put that away. Buffs. What's next? Accessory. I need that. Hey, I started around 15, or after around 15 years again with Life. Do you have any tips for me? Make sure you make your character on the FWC server, cause that one has increased EXP drop and upgrade rates, and that's kind of where everyone's playing right now. So, if you play on any other server, you're gonna have trouble finding armor, and it's not going to be a good time. Also, there's a power scroll in your first character package. Make sure you cancel the brown and green tiers and use the purple tier right away. It will make your vagrant life much easier. Are flat attack increases equally important for classes like on demos and such? Demos are actually the same type of are actually a type of. Okay, so the thing about demos is additional damage and flat attack are reversed in their names. So the attack from demos is really good and multiplies with it's kind of like int multiplies with everything. It's awesome to have. And is it equally important for all classes? Basically, yeah. For actual flat attack like power scrolls and dragon attack is a lot better for auto attackers because it still multiplies with critical damage and interacts with element resistance. By the way, I'm level 132 on my Ellie. At 150, should I reset fully? What set should I up? Yes, you should reset to the next build. What set? You should get the 150 set. Even if you don't have 200% cast speed at 150 with that set, it's fine. You're still going to level faster there than in Coral, so. Let's go. Importing something, right? Where's my thing? There. What I need. Why did I even... Wait, where'd it go? What's down there? Accessories. Technically doing this out of order when you think about it. I should probably do weapons and armor first, but it's fine. Yeah, 232 rest stamina. 232 dex rest stamina. Because you need to, you want to have like 30k HP at 150 for hunters, or else you will just get 2-shot. I mean, even at 30 HP, you technically get 3-shot, but very unlikely for that to happen. Like, it would have to happen against all odds, really. It has to go through both your parry and your blocks, and that's just not happening. You're built properly and sandstorming like you should be. Yeah. In terms of order for upgrading ultimate accessories, am I right in assuming that adept rings give much more power than demos because of magic attack percent? Yeah. So you have magic attack percent, and I think, let's see, I'm pretty sure, like each upgrade of demos after 5 is like, I want to say 4 int each or something like that. Not great. Demos would technically be better for water bomb, but again, magical power also exists and it's much better for it, so can't win. I need interact. Oh, not this. Oh, I guess it worked. Want it halfway here? I guess I could put it inside the box actually. It's not like there's much text here. Interact. Mm, size back 32. Is this different for physical based classes? I see some people saying demos have a higher priority upgrade than rings. I don't see why that would be the case. That's probably carryover from before Ultimate Jewelry, where lower level demo upgrades are better than lower level ring upgrades until a certain point. It's like 16 they start evening out. It's like there's a cost at every level that you have to try and balance. Do you need all UND items to face tank with RM? You could start with two pieces. You can start with just a hat and suit and save up for the gloves and boots more gradually. You're gonna use that stuff until like 120 maybe, maybe even past 120 if it comes down to it. So don't have to have everything right away. Just make sure you have the helmet and suit. No reason to not have those. Turret +1. 24. Yeah, it's so big. 54. Gets any smaller, it gets way too hard to read. Oh, I guess this can be 28. Hmm. I got a friend yesterday tell me to focus on getting add-ups first before anything. Would that be even before conch? I would get the conch first, dude. You have a resource for calcs that show which upgrades would give me bang for your buck. Like, I don't actually know what I should focus on right now. Oh no, I don't have a sheet like that. It's possible to calculate it, I just never really got around to it, so. When you say add up, like like the add up full set is going for 2.3 bill clean? I think tells me that's not the case. Whereas each piece of the add up set going for 2.3 bill clean? Because if each piece is 2. Yeah, each ring, so you can make the ring, you can like make add up pieces as a way to save money and then sell them once you have like 3 pieces so you can buy your conch. But I would ultimately get the conch first because if each piece is 2.3 bill or just around, then the whole set add up, which then the whole add up set as a whole is more than 10 bill. And the whole add up set is probably still worse than a clean conch still. Not like plus, like a clean add up set shouldn't be more than 10 bill if rings are 2.3b clean. There's only 5 pieces. It looks so nice here. God damn it. Just let it clip off the side. Like that. Okay, that looks alright. And if I should shrink the card itself. No, I still don't like it. You can have the ring image inside the brown ball. Text further right. I mean, I know I can have it inside. It's just what looks best. That's what I'm worried about. The last time I did it, I had the pieces hang out and looked better, but it's been a while since I did it. It's like, wish I could have it in this corner. We'll work with this for now. We can still reposition stuff. As long as I don't merge everything right away. I'm gonna use these boxes for the gear later on too. Next. Penzuru and Speedo. Okay. We'll go with that for now. Can always change things later. Plenty of time between now and editing, so. Or Penzuru. Important thing is to not get stuck. Two more cards. No. Did it move? Let me move the whole thing here. Then I can move it as a whole set later. Yeah. I go with 32 last time. I went with what? 28 and 20. $150. Jesus Christ. I really do be winging it sometimes. Okay. I'll get the specifics later, maybe. Funny how I've used the most long set of Penzurus with your hit and run build. I mean, you can use Devils with face tank too, honestly. Like usually as you get closer to the mob's level, it's just like, well, I don't need the Penzurus anymore. They don't do anything. In fact, they just die to 4 casts. May as well just kill them a little bit faster and be done with it. No, plus 2. 6. 28. It's 20. Not quite where they should be, but that's fine. And then so you use Penzurus before 105 and Speedo plus 2s after 105, so being 70 mil at that point is not really a huge concern when you can earn when you can earn that many in like a few hours. And ideally, and like your gear between 65 and 105 doesn't really change much besides like weapon. That's it. You don't even change your armor until like 120. Even then, probably not even until 135, depending on how things go. Oh, pop. I ran full Teva Misty until 105, but I missed Clockworks in Asriel. When was the last time I played Hidden Run Valley? Alright, when I was picking those Battle Pass outs in FWC 3, I used Clockworks armor for Hidden Run. Like, oh, damn, I messed up. I survived. That's nice. Oh my god, all the layers are out of place. It's about to be not very fun. After your mobs for screwing you up. Yeah. Azria do be hitting hard, and Medus are like particularly like Medus are particularly dense, so it does really punish some Ellies. Like I heard like a bunch of Ellies were not leveling in the big Medamed spot because they were just having their RM die too much. Speedo 2 is outdated. We need the good Speedo 5 from the best update in the game. Hell yeah, buddy. Just make we just gotta convince everyone to make 50 outs. Wait, 100 outs since you need two of them. But hey, you get 42% block. Let's go. So, I'll be right back. 1 second. Oh my god. My phone is picking up on me walking into the room. This ping. Now there actually is the speed of 4 crafting tech. You just need to make a bunch of outs and fish like 5,000 fish. Is it worth to up plus 4 ulti demo with 1k dust? I think that's worse for getting plus 20. The fuck is this? Okay. Is that worth up to plus? Okay, this is not a fluent English speaker, so I need to reread this a few times. So, is it worth to make a plus 4 ulti demo with 1k dust? I think that's the worst. Getting 20. I think getting 20. Okay, so getting 20 attack from 0 to. I think it isn't actually 40. It's 10 per level. No. Adept demo. Adept demo. Adept demo. Yeah. Okay. 460 to 500. Well, if you're stopping at plus 4, I wouldn't do it. But 4 to 5 is worth four. It's worth another 40. If you're planning to upgrade past plus 4, it's good. But if you're not planning to upgrade the demo past plus 4, I would just get it at 0. It's not the biggest difference in the world. I mean, you can make plus 5 to just be. Oh no, they took out the great success stuff. Also, the jewelry always used the pity system to begin with. They changed all the rates. The weapons use the pity system as normal too. No, it's not. No, it's just the upgrading system that's changed. It's not the Soul Link always had Soul Link. There's an account link that was always related to transfer. Where are you getting Soul Linked from? When do you think Adept demo upgrade should be focus versus rings? I don't know. It's like upgrading jewels past a certain point is like beyond what I think about the game because it's just like that's too rich for me. I never actually think about it. Oh, the speed. Oh, it's the speed. Oh, yeah. You can still great. You can still great success for an unlinked one. Yeah, that's still there. We started talking about ulti demos, and you just randomly mentioned a plus 5. So it's just like, no, you just it was just like I was still thinking about ulti demos and such. There is a calculation, but maybe I'll handle it at some point. I've been thinking about it for a while. Pep. What is Pep's values? Navigated away when I shouldn't have. Food healing. Okay, does it all fit? It's still. Oh. 24? I'm gonna have to make everything smaller. 24 and 18, I think that's the play. Go any smaller, it starts becoming unreadable. Hmm. Okay, yeah. 24 and 18. There's no way to fit another line in without making the box bigger. But it's not hard to make the box bigger, so. I hate this thing. Sorry if I missed this, but does the base attack of weapons or whatever function the same as attack in demos? Yes. And you haven't missed it. No, just not something people ask about very often. Or even think about very often, but yes. Weapon attack is the same as demos. P + 9 cost and E. Kill. +68 for a +1. Interesting. That number seemed high, but never mind. And this obviously doesn't fit. I have like a. How do I position this properly? Don't need all that. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Here. Perfect. Maybe they should all be the taller box. I don't know. Uh, I'm upset with devils. Hmm. How do I want to put this in a box? I guess I could put like a cluster of one of each. Added string. There's a lot in this. Copy. That's demo. Startups. Core. And then I guess we'll put both. And then these. It's like a puzzle. There's clearly an arrangement that fits best here. Necklaces kind of fit weird. Oh, there we go. Like that. Can it be like this? Kind of works. I want it to be working its way down though. Hmm. Yep. Move the box. Maybe that more clustered look is better. And choose instances. I can move this around. Hmm. Wait a minute. I do individual pieces or the whole. Oh, I know I should do this. Never mind. Delete. Now we would just put the full set effect at the bottom. This 7 tall. Where's the middle point then? Here-ish. Looks good. layer 9 and move both higher. Probably need room for commentary, but it's okay as is. What do you? That's 82. Damn, that's crazy. Magical power. Technically, a 165 can wear +9 with 3 dots. It's 18. Somewhere around here. I need to find consistent positioning for all of this. I can't merge the layers until then. I never renamed these, right? No, not no additional damage. Wait, oh, I can put this up. A roughly equal sign. Approximately. Two, two, 4, 8. I will never remember that. It is need a number. Wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. I don't like where this is going. 460 divided by 5 is 9. I mean that math, but this doesn't feel right. This does not feel right. This is gonna be one of those cases where it's like, oh, we just never looked. Now we're getting proven wrong again. I hate when that happens. Why is there so much additional space. What the heck's going on here? Why though? What if I put this in a different textbook? Okay, but why though? That's so annoying. Okay. Only one way to see this. Log into the game myself. Keep as much of it on as I can. These are, I don't, might just have to put up with. There's the ring. With the ring, do 26, 419. With the earring, I do 24, 6, 14. Wait, I should, that's why I need to write down. Okay, Demel again. For 614. And with the Adept's ring. Oh, these are still bulked. 26. 426. Which rings heavily in favor of the ring here. They're both +0. So I'm misunderstanding something. Twenty-six or 26, is that right? It is. Right? Why is that? What's our baseline here? Not bugging. 2296. The baseline. So 460. Wait. Oh, 7.18 scaling. I had to take a work call. What are we testing here? So if my understanding of demos and adept rings is correct, a demo is worth approximately 92-ish in, depending on the skill you're using, versus an adept ring being 45 plus the magical power plus 5%, which feels like it's heavily in favor of the earring, which on paper looks like it should be on heavily in favor of the earring, but in game it's heavily in favor of the ring, like we've been advising everyone else. So we're correct, and now I need to understand why I'm correct. What if we okay, I did divide by 5. If I do divide by 7.18, and it's like 64 int. And then the 5% increase from everything else plus the attack we already. What is 5% of what we have? Okay, 5. Okay, we don't even have it. Great. Something like 800 already. 800, 460. And 90. All the percent effects are equal. Extra 5%. Gotta be. I know there's something I don't quite understand scale calculation, but roughly speaking, 197 int. That's like that's like 190 like 197 times 7.18 plus 800 plus some weapon upgrade stuff. It's like 50. Maybe the magical power from rings just scales harder due to the influencing magic. Although no, the magical power only affects magic power. It's not some double multiplication thing. I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's not some double multiplication thing. And I'm just trying to wrap the numbers around it. Like it makes it like the 5% beating it out makes sense. It's just I need to actually put the whole thing together. Actually connect the dots for myself. 197 plus 7.18 800 plus 50 plus this thing we already have, which is another 460. What is this whole thing? Copy. It's like 2,000 to begin with. Can you craft the new weapons with brilliant amethyst? No, you can still only craft corals. But the new weapons already have a good drop rate, so they're already cheaper than corals anyway. They're cheaper than Crystal Lusaka even. So all the gear we already have is worth 2,700 to begin with. Okay, give me 2 of that. Plus 460. Give me 40 plus 45 times 7.15. The whole thing multiplied by. I only had 5% here. Okay. And then between all the other things, it gets bigger. Okay. Yeah, there is just that much more base attack to begin with, so okay. Makes sense to me. Sorry that's not all happening on screen. Open a lot of extra windows to make that happen. Yeah, it is worth that much, and it's just once you factor in everything else, it does still ring in favor of it does swing in favor of the ring. Maybe I'll do another proper test before I just completely settle on it, but it's a surprising enough number. I'll definitely look into it later. Bait myself. Bait my future self with something I can't believe. Can you please explain what you found out? So basically, how do I put this? Hmm. So the way I compared my damage was by taking off the Adept Ring and Adept Demos and just putting them on one at a time to compare my damage. Adept Ring obviously did more because of the magical power, but that didn't quite make sense like right off the bat. So I had to add up all of my int, and then multiply that int by the sandstorm scaling, and then add in all the other sources of additional damage like my weapons attack and the other demo earring I still had on. And then finally multiply that by the change in magical power for the ring or just adding the additional damage from the demo. And when I put that all in a calculator, the demo did come out slightly ahead, which I assumed. And then once I account for some other stuff I probably don't know about, it makes a lot of sense. So like it's still not a complete thought, I don't think, but so I need to think on it more. But it makes like the general premise still makes sense to me. And if I could, I don't know if it's something I can fully break down in a simpler way for now. I'm 2,000. What 30, 68. Why does it always affect the line below? I didn't even highlight that. Finally, the necklace. Water bomb scales better with from attack than it, right? Yeah. And it is only worth like one attack for water bomb, and attack is whatever it's written on it, and generally attack gives you more. Skill damage is technically the same as attack percent, but it only affects skills. So yeah, in that sense, it will scale better than it. This just affects all your skills, like another lightning card. 540 to 7. Always so low. Cost 32.50. Here. Doesn't really matter when it's refunding 500 million. Would you ever consider Volt A cards on SOS rather than Water A? I am one of the few people who actually have had Volt A's on my SOS before instead of Water A's, because what I would do back in FWC2 was I would put Volt A's in my SOS and use a add up mental necklace, and that would be like minus 60% MP cost reduction. So I would only need like 10th refreshers per waltz run. Or Volt and Onyx versus Sapphire and Water, like like Volt and Onyx are better the more mobs you have. Sapphires are better the fewer mobs you have, and like that's a changing number of mobs as the AoE continues. So it's the more important factor is that it gets more expensive the more of the same type you put on the weapon. So you want to go 5 Onyx and 5 Sapphire. And for Volt and Water, Volt is just always better because like water and Volt affect your skills the same way, have the same effect basically. Like it's 1% skill damage is almost the same as 6 int, but the 1% skill damage is a lot stronger on the water bomb versus the waters. So like a water A gives like 1.2 ints worth of value to a water bomb, while Volt still gives 6 ints worth. Like it's water is like 1.2 attack versus. Oh well, hold on. There's a different way to put it. It's like if your skill's average scaling is worth like 5 attack per 1 int, a water is worth 30 int to most of your skill to the average of your skills versus a Volt that is the same 1% attack is around 30 attack to your skills as well. But for Water Bomb, it's like 6 attack from waters versus 30 attack for Volts. I think a lot of people consider water because of the buff and healing scaling, which I thought made sense, but I never tried both. I mean, the damage is basically this. Like the damage is slightly in favor of the Volt. Like, but ultimately, piercing cards are not a huge damage swing for the cost. So yeah, you're generally better off having the int and extra healing from having waters. It's just something I preferred specifically in FWC2 because you didn't really need the extra healing because Wilds was super easy. So I was just focused on, hey, I don't want to use refreshers anymore. So that was my focus. I even have those sticks anymore. I think I have one of those. I don't remember. Remember I had I had one SOS. Oh no, wait, I sold that SOS at the end of FWC2, so I ended FWC2 with no Song of Sirens. Yeah, so I don't have any Volt A Song of Sirens anymore. But I did use it. I promise you. But yeah, I think at this point you would always go water because of Anko needing the extra healing. Can't give that up anymore. Anko's healing requirements are just too high for meme shit like that. Does that do anything? I don't think so. Okay, whatever. But yeah, it's not something that's so affordable that anyone can just test it when they feel like it, you know? Maybe the next time PTS is open. I don't need a card background for this one. Hmm. This looks okay. The box definitely looked like it wasn't made for bold text. Oh my god, these layers are still out of position. That's all I had for accessories. Yeah. Uh, Currently running 6 Sapphire, 1 attack speed rune, 1 defense, 1 crit damage rune, crit resist, and 1 wait, attack speed, defense, critical resist. Oh, the star. What do you have what's the attack? Why do you have an attack speed rune? If it's there just for fun, like that's probably the most changeable one. Just checking the items in Kylan and the shops, and yeah, I don't want to get back into this game at all. Yeah, I'm kind of done with the rat race too. Yeah, I assume when you say AS rune that's probably attack speed rune, and that's definitely a meme. If this is a siege weapon, then to get 100% attack speed. Is this for siege or what is this weapon for? That is a lot of runes. An interesting mix too. Oh, it's a Song of Sirens. PvE Song of Sirens? Oh. If you're putting a Roa in there. Yeah, I guess I mean the stamina rune and crit damage rune are probably worth about the same defensively. Like the crit resist rune is reducing the mob's critical rate by like 2%. So you're holy guarding yourself here and there. It's doing basically nothing. Now coin flip which one you want to remove, because the stamina rune and crit resist rune are basically the same thing here, I think. How do I want to organize this? I just use it for the new dungeon, which kind of hurts. I mean, it's the same amount of crit rate, I guess. 2%-ish. Much crit do they have? Wait, hold on. How much dex does a get have? Hold on. Probably the same version, but dex 299. Gonna be around double that. Because they're level less mobs. Oh, it's gonna be like, oh shit, these things have like 50% critical rate? No, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Okay, no, they have at least 30% critical rate. So the rune is worth about is reducing their critical chance by about 3%. I don't know how often you're getting hit by them, but if it's the difference between you dying and staying alive, then I guess the critical resist rune is better. Yeah, I guess replace the stamina rune. That's definitely not the difference between life and death. Need to at least move things to the center, I guess. Move everything from here all the way down. Wow. A lot of fucking layers. Uh, not the header, not the header. That all the way down out of the fold. I need more room for commentary. There are some notes here I need to include. I know how impactful crit resist and defense rune are. If I'm pure, most they're not very impactful. I don't even know. They're mostly just there to reduce incoming DPS. And you're not taking a lot of incoming DPS, you're just kind of getting hit every once in a while. There's gotta be an easier way to select everything. Just click every little thing, I guess. I guess 2 lines should be enough. Hi, I heard you changed to hit and run. Change hit and run to face tank at 150. How do you do that? Check out my latest video. I'm not gonna explain the whole thing here. Spent 20 minutes explaining how that whole thing works. Sometimes the best answer is just promoting yourself because you already answered that question. Literally just go to my channel, go to my videos. It's the newest one. Very easy to find. Oh. There we go. So you need the second stat page for the decks like you said in your video. Okay, shit. No, you just restat. You have if you follow the hidden run guide, you have everything in int right now. So you just spend 500 FC, get that int, pull that int out, put it into dex and stamina. If you want to run dungeons, then yes, you need a second stat page, or you just rush 165 and then switch all the stats back to int. I'll just slowly switch them over to the Mirage then in 10 years once I upgrade my Mirage. Oh god. Who knows, maybe they'll fix P-Pros in 5 months like they did with the original release of Red Chips. Oh, things are out of position again? No. Okay. I can move things around. Give me like that. Like that, okay. Yeah, if I were you, I would just rush leveling to like 165 or what have you, and then change back. Unless you plan to regularly do dungeons in the middle of, really don't want to spend 60B upgrading items plus 10. I mean, yeah, that's just the current state of P-Pros. Like, if you actually plan on continuing to siege and be competitive, then with Sunstones being more accessible, you do want to eventually plus 10 that Mirage once they actually fix P-Pros. Not now, of course. Where was I going? Oh, I wanted arrows, right? Hmm. Just don't play the game so you don't have to spend anything. I mean, there's people who definitely enjoy the advantage they get from spending. How do I want to do this? Unlock a get, you know? Line. The only problem is I'm not max casting when using the base Mirage. Even with premiums, I need 3% casting more. Time to pop those goddesses. every problem in this game can be solved by enough money. And to get those 4% casting speeds on the fashion. Or double rolls as necessary. Hello, what layer am I on? Guess you could do like sized arrow. Oh, that's, oh, it could be correct. Not at that specific spot, like here. Hmm. Here's good, yeah. It would be if I could get lucky. I've done 70,000 demons and haven't got a single 4 or 5%. Yeah. It do be like that. I know what the odds are now, but it's they did make it a little harder because they added action or speed without removing anything. People were so excited when they announced that they were gonna change goddesses and demons too, and then they just pronounced, and then they just change fucking nothing other than adding action speed and making goddesses better, so it's even more pay to win. The goddess change was definitely a monkey's paw. It's like, hey, it's weird that blessing of the goddess is worse than blessing of demons. Like we heard, and then God said, "Yeah, I got you," then fucked people up even more. Shouldn't have said anything. Should not have said anything. I, for one, like the fact that goddesses were basically useless. Goddesses have a higher cap now, so previously goddesses were -1, where the best roll on a goddess was worse than a demon. Now the best roll on a goddess is better than a demon. I have 4% speed pieces and no 4% casting. Oof. Yep, that is the RNG of it, isn't it? Well, this is taller. I'm like here instead. Right? Yeah, goddess still can't roll zero, so like nobody used goddesses because demons were both cheaper and could reach higher caps more easily. But the weird feeling of goddess being worse won out, and people complained. So can't stop people. Yes, I spent 7 KFC on goddess and got a singular 3.5. Super unlucky with Fashion Awakes. I mean, there's no pity. There's no anything that actually helps the player on those things. So it's just rough. I have some characters with mixed speed and casting speed pieces that add up to more than 5%, but it's not like I can control where those rolls are, so. The worst is when alt rolls like 5% cast speed or something. It's just like, well, unlucky. You're lucky, but you're still unlucky. Lucky in other things, I think. Maybe life balance out, or they just see me spinning and make my rates lower, JK, unless. Hey, you never know. You never know. For all we know, they're using AI to make sure that they make you spend just enough to not quit. Got 5% crit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's the actual impossible roll. Jesus Christ. Wait. Oh my god. 20? I forget. I used 20. No, this was not a 20. 15? Yeah, 15. Okay. Oh, I can't use that as a reference point. Fuck. Do I use it as a reference point then? Here. Oh my god, the symmetry will be the end of me. Mm. Oh, wait, there's a much easier way to do this. What have I been doing this whole time? Making things difficult for no reason. Yeah, I draw from here to here. And I draw from like... I'm supposed to draw from towards the front side. I want it here. Probably good. Get drew from here. Oh my god. It should line up perfectly. Then I can just copy paste this arrow. I've already quit 3 times now, and I've gone back 3 times because of friends who immediately got busy after I got back. Life is a scam. Mean. It's only a scam if you let it be, I guess. Fool me once, you know? Then again, you spend once and you get a taste of how far the money can get you, and it's hard to not spend. I do understand the temptation. Especially when I see my own friends fall for it repeatedly. Then they'll all say, "Oh, I don't want to spend all this money on anymore." And then they spend the following day. Like, okay, unreliable actors, all of them. I want to be like this. This is all right. Okay. But yeah. At least you recognize the problem. Now you just gotta actually fight the temptation to spend. I don't like. Probably go with smaller pen. 8? That looks. I like that. Uh, I make this in bit look good. I just drag it out further. That. And now I can just copy paste it to the other parts. Make my life a lot easier. Here-ish. Resting on the line. Paste. This one is specifically more toward the middle. This one needs to be moved up slightly. Oh my god. X paste. There's still some more work to do on this page, but it is almost 6 a.m., so I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you for watching. I made a lot of progress. Jesus Christ. Thank God I did this. I'll see you tomorrow. The usual time. 2 a.m. EST, so like 20 hours from now. Till then, see you around.